Hi everyone, hi. While I'm waiting for this feedback to come through, it takes 20 seconds. I wasn't here last week. I didn't do my live, so I done a post. So if you wanted to check that out, you can still check that out. And is this coming through? I'm gonna. Oh yay! Okay. While I'm waiting, that works. Oh God. Just do it like that. So yes, welcome. What I basically said in that post anyway, if you don't want to check it out, was that I feel it's just like settling in energies. I don't know about you, but has something come up in your life where you've just had to truly adapt and readjust and look at your life like, okay, I need to change basically. I need to do some things. But hey, why does it come up saying this message is held for review? But hey, welcome. So that's how I've generally been feeling, and I feel that there's been quite a few transits that's recently happened, and I feel now it's like settling in time. And yeah, that's what I've been feeling anyway. How have you been feeling? But welcome. My name is Kelita Sahliah. If you are new, if you're not, then welcome. On my channel, I share my perspective and my lens on how I view reality, our realm that we share together collectively. And this is basically my astrology segment. I look at the sky for astrology. Basically, I look at the actual sky and I'm like, oh, okay, this is what's happening. So these transits may be a bit different if you are new, or those watching in the future. They will be a bit different to what the mainstream astrology is saying. For example, Lilith right now is in the Sexton star constellation, but that's not acknowledged in mainstream. So I just wanted to say that. But obviously, don't believe a word I say. You can get an app yourself, or you can get yourself my calendar. I have to big up myself because I'm proud of myself. But yeah, you can get yourself a calendar. And something, I want to share something interesting about numerology in a moment. And yeah, there's also a website you can go on saying the sky, type in the sky live on Google, and it will show you exactly where it is to live. So don't believe anything, check it all out. And like I said, don't rely on this neither. It's just exploring. Yeah, it's exploring. Okay, so the general order of the live, for those who are new, we'll go through the numerology because it is the beginning of the month. So we'll touch on the numerology of June. We'll then move into the transits that's happening, and then the moon phases. And then we'll clarify with tarot because, it's like, am I chatting or does it align? So I like to test it out really because I'm still skeptical. I'm not going to lie. I'm still skeptical with tarot. So all this time. And then we'll come back to the present moment because obviously the present moment is all that matters. So the first not the transits, numerology of this month. Something's come up that's quite interesting because you've got different calendars. So I want to explore the 3 different calendars. So bear with me with this, okay? Like, just bear with me. We've got the Gregorian calendar, which I'm going to do it off. We've then got the, if you were to class March as the first month, because September means 7, etc. And then you've got the 13-month calendar. And I just found something interesting, so I want to share that if you don't mind, so bear with me. So we add it up as, oh my life, my children were using this pen not long ago and it's like the tip's knocked down. Oh dear. We've got the 6th because it's June, can you see that? Plus 2, 2, 3 because it's 2023. and then that equals 13, 4. Now that's interesting to me because that's my karmic number. That's my karmic number, and also it is a karmic number, so there's not many, so like quite a few people may be tied to it, so I find that interesting. And then so that's the Gregorian. I'm gonna put Greg because I'm not the best speller. And then we've got 4 plus 2, 2, 2. Because if March was the first month, then this would be the 4th month, basically. June would be. And then that gives us a master number 11. Okay, and I'm just going to put an 11 too, even though you don't really do that in numerology. It's just an 11, but I just want to point out it does have like the 2 influence in the 11. And then we've got the 13th month. 3 plus 2, 2, 3 equals 10. And you break that down to just the 1. So in essence, we got the 1, no, 11, and the 4. Probably shouldn't have circled it. I made it look ugly. But yeah, that's what I noticed. And for me personally, the 13th month makes the most sense. It makes the most sense. Like I was paying attention a lot to just in nature this year and the past few years, and when things had started, and March was cold. March was so cold, literally until obviously after the spring equinox. So it's like it makes sense for April in essence to be the 13th month, especially because we go off the 13th. No, not we go off. You've also got the 13th sign zodiac, with Pisces being the 13th sign, not necessarily Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus is the 9th technically, because, you know, round the circle. Pisces is the 13th, and it's like that's the one that joins the calendars. So I've got mine from 2023 to 2024, and it starts in April. Yeah, it's like it had to start in April. So I'm going down to the mic. It had to start in April because obviously it started after the spring equinox. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but it's just like it makes more sense because Pisces, the sun comes out, the sun goes into Aries in April, and it's like that's when we're seeing the warmth actually start kicking in a bit better, if you know what I'm saying, because we're literally transitioning. So to me, the 13th makes the most sense. But anyway, I feel though it makes the most sense, I feel take the energies of all of them. I feel that that's the ultimate aim here. It's like having the awareness of different perspectives, and if you choose, utilize that energy or don't. So it's up to you. So basically, I do like the structure though. So if we're literally going off the 13th zodiac wheel, that aligns more with the 13th moon's cycle. Should I put moon here so anyone watching afterwards? Moon. Yeah. You just have to kind of get what I'm saying over here. But anyway, we've got the 1 following the zodiac wheel, so the potentially the natural cycle of the hologram. Basically the natural cycle of the hologram is the 1, which is that new beginning. Then you've got going off like not so much the natural cycle, but what was altered a little bit. You've got the 11, so that's the 2. It's a master number. It's double the what? It's 2 1s essentially. So that's amplified this newness. And in essence, I see it like a doorway. You're going through the door. And then you've got this karmic number, this number that's linked to potential karmic energies, I don't know, finishing or something, but it's there, it's in the air. But this is in the matrix. This is in, not the matrix, because we're all in the matrix, but this is in what they are projecting out. So because it's linked to a karmic number, I'm seeing, pay attention to what the external is testing you with in essence. Just pay attention within the matrix. So yeah, that's what I noticed with that anyway. And yeah, this 4 energy, beyond the karmic stuff, this 4 energy, it is of that builder nature. It does represent time as well. So in essence, something may be impacting literally within our time. So changes may be happening. And also, like, I have a mentor. My mentor mentioned something and I quite like it. He says it's like 4 in from a different perspective could be seen as like a doorway as well, and a perspective into a different reality, in essence, a different version of you. So that could be implemented too. It's like, okay, we've got this new energy, this fresh new energy, this confident energy of being. It's amplified because it's a double 11 going through a door, something within time, within our structure. I don't know, I'm seeing movement. That's how I can wrap that up with that. But let's move on. I'm seeing movement. I hope that makes sense. That's the energies I'm seeing for June. So the luminary positions anyway, people, these are where they are. My children kind of got to the board a while ago. I wrote it earlier and then it just, they made their mark. But anyway, these are the positions and we're going to get into the transits now. So the transits are happening a bit later in the month, in the week. So it's basically happening in June. Something went wrong. Oh. See, this comment section's not working on the phone for some reason. So I'll try to look down if anyone's talking. Yeah, where are we? It happens later in the week. It basically... Yay, my June. Sneak peek of June, people. It happens there on the 3rd. So on the Saturday, literally at the end of the week. So that's why I feel this settling in energy. I don't know about you, but the past week and few weeks have been quite intense. And I feel it's literally just settling in energy, regaining your strength, restructuring yourself to kind of just go again. That's what I feel. So it's kind of like we're still kind of getting used to all of this throughout the whole of next week, essentially. And then from the end of next week into the following week, we're having Venus moving into Cancer. So beautiful, Venus. I read a little story about Venus and like the custodians trying to attack them. And they lost, so that was interesting. And then Black Moon Lilith going into Leo. So they're both on the 3rd of June. Yeah. So Venus representing our material values, basically. It does represent the material. And in essence, it's like, what do you value in the material? So you go out and kind of get it and make it happen. What do you value in this material realm? So yes, it covers love, money, etc., etc., and that's moving into Cancer. So Cancer being the crab, the defensive one, watery sign, obviously very intuitive, but it's defensive, as and it can attack. It can attack too. So basically, because it's also the crab, it has that soft interior, so it represents what is close to us and what what is close to us, basically. How can I put it? Things that mean the most to us, what we're truly passionate about, that's close to our heart. Yeah, of the homely nature it can be as well, because Cancer is the fueler of the fourth house, which does represent home and family. So it is that what's sentimental to you. So our values, literally, within this realm will be centered more around, or maybe we'll see. It's observing if it will become centered more around literally our physical state right now, our money right now, our love right now, our looks right now. Yeah. That's what I'm seeing with that. And also because Mars is in Cancer as well, is Mars in Cancer? Yeah, Mars is in Cancer. So our drive and our passion is around that anyway. How has your life been? Have you started to like think more of what you can do to help support that, what is close to you, or to go after, and to what has it been like for you? Just observe, basically. But that's what I'm seeing. So it's like we've got the passion and the drive there. So essentially it's seeing it more within our physical reality, one. And yeah, because we've also, the sun is in Taurus, so it's like it's steadily setting that in. It's steadily focusing now on that, what is close to you, what you're like, okay, this is what I'm doing it for, basically. Whatever it is, this is what I'm doing it for. And Taurus energy is putting that in. We're going after it with our passion, and it's entering into the material or starting to show itself. I'm seeing movement. As I says up there, I'm seeing movement. So we'll see. This is also intuitive when things come through. Okay. And then we've got sextants as well. Not sextants, Black Moon, Lilith. So we've got Lilith down here, moving back into Leo. So Lilith right now is in sextants. So Lilith in essence represents our suppressed parts of us. Excuse me. It is like the story of Adam and Eve, but Lilith was made before Eve. And then basically long story short, she didn't like how Adam she didn't like all that, so she cut loose, she grew her wings and she flew away. And it represents what we're truly passionate about. I've told that story dreadfully, by the way, very dreadfully, but it represents what we're passionate about, but we've been suppressed. And it's been in sextants. So sextants, obviously it's all, exploration, but how I see it, sextants is the star constellation that represents the tool that was measured to see the placements of the stars. So I just interpret that as because we are the stars, we're the stars, basically. We're the stars of our own show. It's our placement. It's like, okay, where is my placement here? The projection, the reflection of me, the star. Where is my placement? In life right now, what am I doing? Where am I going? So I feel that that's what I was experiencing anyway. I don't know if anyone else was. But yeah, and just like, if this is what I want to do, then this is where I need to go, and this is what I have to do, type of thing. So yeah, that's what I noticed with that. So that may still be, if you've been feeling like that anyway, or had any experience of that obviously it's weaning out, because it's still the majority of next week. And obviously these energies phase in and out, don't they? It's not just, it's not so robotic, though I feel it is coded in, and it is basically some form of technology. I'm not gonna lie, I feel it's some form of highly advanced technology that's happening up there, like for real, because I don't see as what am I doing now? Because I don't see as, is it the tarot? No, the moon. I don't see as like, I don't see stars as physical rocks. I see them as luminaries in the sky. And yeah, that could just easily be technology. So the moon, oh my days, I made space for it before and then it's gone. How much are we in? Anyway, the moon is moving into Virgo, not Virgo, on the 29th. And then, this is so big, can you see it? And then on the, no, not the first, so I was writing the date first. And it's moving into Libra on the 1st of June. Just write June to make that clear. And then Scorpio on the 3rd. So again, I find it all interesting how I'm saying about becoming this fresh new and sitting there and rethinking, going over like, okay, what am I gonna do type of thing, to become this whole new version of you, basically, to become you, who you meant to be, who you always are and forever will be, because we've got this Virgo. Virgo, the moon is in Virgo for the longest, because I think Virgo's literally one of the longest star constellations. So like how mainstream astrology has just the moon set every 2.5 days, it's not quite accurate according to the sky, because each star constellation differ in size. So it's averagely 2 days, it is, but you know, so because it's in Virgo, it's like all of this extra precision coming in on the moon, the mover of our emotions. It's what gets our emotions moving, so to say, the chemical components it emits off in the frequency, and then it gets our emotions moving, the emotion, for our ego to then, become a magnet and attract these experiences to us. So remember, all of this emotion moving is attracting Taurian experiences to us. The stable, slow, maybe slow, but definitely stable experiences to us. Okay, so round about obviously the 29th, where are we? Yeah, round about the 29th, the beginning of the week, because we move from Leo, I think it's the Sunday pretty much. Yeah, like I think it's the Sunday. I think the beginning of the week we're in Virgo quite from the beginning. Our emotions, our intuition, we're also moving towards a full moon, but we're not touching it yet, are we? Yeah, we've passed the quarter moon, so it's becoming illuminated now, so we can trust more our intuition, so to say. Or would I say, if you naturally feel like, oh, I need to trust my intuition, then trust your intuition. Just trust yourself. Within all of this, trust yourself, okay? But if you naturally become to feel like that, like, oh man, or an experience comes up where you really need to trust your intuition, then it's gonna be you're gonna have to be very decisive basically with this Virgo energy. So don't be surprised if something comes up, if you have to be like okay, how am I gonna do this, or rethink it over and look at the details carefully, whatever it is you're doing. And then and this could be work, it could be anything. So it may not even be an interaction with another person. It could just be like, okay, no, I need to go over this. If anyone's doing assignments, down my throat. I need some water. I got water. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing with that. And then potentially what comes from whatever you've carefully analyzed, this Libra energy now comes in. So it's like your intuition, your feelings, what gets your, literally what gets you activated, and what gets you activated draws the sun, the ego, to its experiences. So this would be around this Libra energy. So the way I see Libra, it is like that scale. It is weighing the balance, but because it's got this like little airhead, I see like literally it's come from the ether, essentially from the mind and out into the plane of existence. And it's just like that scale that's being weighed, essentially. It's like, okay, what you thought, essentially. I see them as powerful manifestors, but it's like what you thought, it's now coming out and it's being weighed in its justice. It's like, okay, how is it going to be in your plane of existence, in your experience? So that's how I see Libra anyway, as well as obviously it covering the standard love and relationships, obviously having that balance within all aspects of what you've seen in your head as it comes out. Okay, so that's what I see with Libra. And as the moon is, your emotions are probably moving you in a way where it's like, okay, this is truly what I'd like to create and experience, or it's leading you to an experience to see if what you've created is within balance. It's like, oh, okay, it's come out now. How are we balancing this? So it's either or, depending where you are potentially. And yeah, it's just obviously seeing. And then of course it's like going through this Scorpio depth now is like emotions then moving you towards like, whoa, yeah, like how I can potentially see in reality is just like, whoa, I've truly like experienced this thing XYZ. It could be anything, put in your experience there, but it's really helped me in the long run, or you know, something like that. Emotions may come up around something like that, just recognizing your depth and knowing like, yo, I'm valuable and what I've done is valuable all the time, every day. That type of energy basically. And it's just accepting you. It's literally accepting you. I feel that that's what Scorpio is. And yeah, it's accepting you. And it's interesting because the full moon, obviously we're going to touch on this next week, but the full moon, we start with a full moon in my favorite sign, Ophiuchus. So it's literally all of this happening now, this new energy of June, and this your values around the material now, based around what's true to you, essentially. Did I literally forget to carry on with Leo? We'll go back to that. I think I forgot. Did I? I don't know. I think I literally was talking and then I just was like, oh, we'll go back to it. But then all of this new energy essentially is this transformation with this coming up to the Ophiuchus energy. So we'll touch on more of that next week, but it makes sense. It's like transformation alchemically, like essentially, because I see them as luminaries that emit a frequency. It's like an alchemical process. It's what's happening within and we emit it without. Basically, that's how I see that. But yeah, this Lilith in Leo anyway, because Leo is like the confident one. I can't believe I just forgot about this. Someone should have told me. Did you? Oh yeah. Oh yes, you're Ophiuchus. But because Leo is the confident one, it is the sun, it's fueled by the sun, it's like shine, look at me type of energy, and it is very passionate too, caring, but in essence it is shine like the sun, like that raw energy. So, and Lilith representing that what's kind of suppressed, the way we want to kind of shine. It's like we've been in sextants, we've accepted, okay, this is my place. I see that this is my place. Yep, this is my place. Now it's breaking through that resistance, because I see Lilith as it's resistance basically. It may come from external people, places, you know, the hologram. It may come from the hologram. It may come from your personal hologram, the external, just you. It may come from within out. But in essence, it's breaking through that resistance and that barrier of, yes, I'm now doing this confidently. It's like, yes, I now know my place as a star. I now know, and yes, now I know, now I'm now doing this confidently, and it's just breaking through that resistance. So that's what I see there. So if you experience resistance, don't worry, because you can break through it, because you can break through anything. I know you can, because we all can. So that's what I'm seeing with Lilith. So obviously, if anything like that comes up, you're good. Okay, just do it confidently. Which way is this deck now? Right, take a little deep breath. We're going to go into the tarot now, and we're going to ask 2 times. Obviously, I'm not an expert. I'm really not. But because it's the beginning of the month, I'll be asking for what is happening for the month. And we've got 1 already. I usually go for 2 unless I feel more. And what's happening for the week. So 1 more for the month. This is my children's art though. The extra little bits. Oh, I'm not even the best shuffler, you know. I'm just like, what's going on? Is it just 1 for the month? Or are we getting 2? I've been seeing stuff where like, have you like seen the walking trees? I've been a bit caught up in some of them things, to be fair. No, I feel it's just the 1 for the month. Okay, nothing's coming true. And I feel it's just the 1. So we've got for the month, Queen of Wands. Yes. So the month of June, Queen of Wands energy. That's interesting. Oh my days. Maybe that's why it wasn't working. Some of the deck was down. Colorblind. Right. For the week now. I'm just accepting that for the month. What are the energies for next week? What's going on? Do we need to know anything, or don't we need to know anything? Is this loud in the mic? I usually just go till 1 comes out unless I feel I need to 1 sticks. Got it. There we go. So, oh dear, for the week. Damn. So we've got 2 reverse. The Ace of Pentacles and the World, both in reverse. Thankfully, that's just for this week. As I says, it's just still this adjusting energies, but we're going to take a look. We're going to go through the week first, because we don't need this negativity in our life. So we'll go through this first. No, I'm joking. So Ace of Pentacles, where's that? I'm not fully familiar with like them straight away, people, so I go through the book. So thank you for your patience with me. I do use this book currently, and I don't have it linked below, but I will when I'm finally organized in life. But okay, the Ace of Pentacles. So it's about oh my days, results, prosperity, abundance, being realistic, power to get what you want, being grounded and focused, seeing a way to achieve a goal, trusting in the situation. So obviously that's in reverse, so it's potentially the reverse of that. Slow, still slow. That's how I'm going to summarize that. I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but I just see it as still being slow because nothing much is changing in essence. And I feel it's just because nothing much is changing right now, energetic wise. Focus on yourself and get yourself sorted. So I feel like these opportunities where it seems slow and it's like, oh man, I'm not feeling abundant right now, or I'm not you may not be being realistic. That's probably me and these Piscean coding. But yeah, you may not be seeing results because I feel that this is just the very beginning. Like, I don't know about you or anyone watching this at some point. I'm sure you've got some sort of idea of what you intend to be. And I feel that this is the beginning, essentially. There's always been a beginning, but like results may not be there straight away. But they're coming, man. They're coming. So, Ace of Pentacles. So obviously that is reverse. It is just like a slow week. And then we've got the World. So obviously when we're not being given the World, because when you got the World card, is it 13? Is it 13? 12. Oh, 12. No, it's not. I'm reading it upside down. Sorry. 21. It's 21. And I knew it was right way up. If this resonated at all on any level, I'd appreciate a like, if you don't mind. Let me just put the mic down. That's why it's taking light. Because it would really help me channel. It would help me channel. Okay, so the World. Completion, fulfillment, freedom, cosmic love, freedom from fear, freedom, accomplishing goals, traveling, the world is my oyster type of thing. Basically, it's just not the world next week. Thankfully, as I said, thankfully these were for the week. But I generally feel it is that settling in energy. But the Queen of Wands is Queen of Wands. What is this about? This is right way up. So, self-assured, attractive. No, yeah. Yeah, I thought I was reading the Swords. Self-assured, attractive, a woman who knows where she's going, sexually accomplished, never phased, energetic, and buzzy. So yeah, I generally feel it would be interesting, to be fair, to see, like, all of this is just an experiment. We're just observing. We don't know. Okay, we don't know. It's just observation. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be completely honest. The moment I wipe this away, I forget. I literally forget. I look at my calendar every day, but it doesn't even register. Sometimes I'm like, when I say it doesn't register, I'm not like, oh, this star is in such and such, until I go outside and I see the stars. I'm like, oh yeah, and I get out the app. So I don't live by this like a Bible. And I don't recommend anyone does, really. Just explore it and see, just explore it and see. So yeah, Queen of Wands. So it's like June anyway, though it's slow at the beginning. What I'm seeing, it's slow, just adjusting to these energies through the Tower. It's like ultimately this whole month, it's all right through it's all right, because it's like we know what we want. You see, it's this Cancer energy of like, this is what it means to me. We now know. So this is why we're going about this month in our Queen of Wands energy, breaking through any resistance of how we want to shine our light, in essence, which is our truth, which is whatever the important thing that means to us, and I know I said that backwards, but that's what I'm essentially seeing for the overall of June. And next week is just slow, so just take it easy on yourself. yeah, just take it easy on yourself. Have fun. It is half term for us over here. So it is more of a chill time. It is more of a chill time, more fun. But yeah, let's come back now to the present moment. And the present moment, the moon is in Cancer. So it is basically what you're passionate about. Has what you've been passionate about coming up? Even if it's been, you can just be on TikTok and you're just exploring more videos. You can be on YouTube. You can be researching what you're more passionate about, if it's a job or a career, or you know what I mean, anything like that. But has something come up for you in terms of how you feel about it? Because it's these emotions that obviously bring about these sturdy opportunities to us. And it's been in Cancer. I've been all up in my feelings, I'm not going to say feelings. I've definitely been focused on what truly matters. I've been like, whoa. Yeah, that's where I've been anyway. But yeah, I hope that this resonated at some point. Some of it, I feel that it's this new energy going through this portal. I feel we're going through a portal. We're going through a portal and we're getting a glimpse into a new reality in time. That's what I feel. And all of this energy phasing out. It's like, yeah, it's phasing out. But overall, it's all right. It's all right. So yeah, anyway, thank you for joining me tonight. I'm happy that I'm back. Oh, sorry, I was missing all of these messages. Queen of Wands, it's got to be good, yeah. I should write notes. Yeah, well, I kind of just check. If I go back, I just check the live because I timestamp it, so I just go back to it, and I'm meant to be putting them into shorts, so I'm just getting my life back on track. I'm trying to get organized, but yeah, it structures me, basically. All of this structures me, but then I literally just live my life. I don't live by this. I live my life, and then I'm like, oh yeah, this is such and such, I remember now, and then that's what I do. You see, I'm not like, oh, this is going to happen here, so I'm going to do this then. I don't think like that. So that's why I'm quite happy to be like, oh, it's wiped away. And I go to bed. I'm like, oh, I wake up. It's just the next day. But I do see my calendar every day because I take my temperature, you know. Those who know. And I take my temperature every morning and I use my calendar. So, yeah, I do look at it, but it's like, you know, when it just goes in subconsciously and I'm not consciously aware. I think it's that. But anyway, thank you again for joining me. I feel hungry, but I need to just go to sleep. I need to go to sleep. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you next week. I'm back officially. It's just been a week, but yeah, thank you for joining me anyway. It's gonna be, just take it easy this week. Just take it easy and have fun. Have fun. But yeah, see ya anyway. Angel out. Bye. Yay. Yes.